What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. That's right, I'm on the move. We got to do this. But I want to do a quick video about, pertaining to, of course, the state of PC, the state of mid, the state of third party, and more specifically, your boy David Jaffe. Now, David Jaffe, he's a strong personality, opinionated, yes, but still a welcome voice in an otherwise, I don't know, yellow bellied industry. Everybody's getting their feelings hurt, and everybody's afraid to do things in games. They want to play it safe. You know, that's mainly the big machine trying to make that money. But David Jaffe came through in the industry when that wasn't the case. You know, I don't know how much the first God of War cost, but it wasn't $300 million like these games are now, right? So he saw the state of play, particularly that last little part. That part where it's son of Sparta, Sons of Sparta, whatever it's called. Yeah. And he had some words about it because people people call it, what did Dirtnum call it? He wasn't dehydrated Kratos, malnourished Kratos. Yo, I saw that, right? At first, I didn't realize it was pixel art because I was watching it on my phone. So, you know, those pixels don't show up on the phone because the DPI is a little less than on a phone. You know, it's just the pixel density is different. But then I saw it on a big screen, and I was like, oh, it's worse than I had imagined. Because pixel art has a certain aesthetic, and that's fine, pixel art. But the main thing about pixel art is that if your animation is not on point, the pixel art effect you should have just used crayons or something, or stick figures, because it doesn't matter if your animation looks how it looked. Character design too. It's a bunch of things, and you look at a lot of different examples of pixel art games or whatever, indie games that have 1,000 times better animation, better art as a whole. And that's not even what yes, that was part of the problem. But Jaffe, once again, I give props to Jaffe because he spawned many different games that stood the test of time. I would say Sony and PlayStation are a poor steward of those titles because they literally canceled. They ran God of War to the ground. God of War 4 was trash. Y'all don't remember. It's called God of War Ascension. That was God of War 4. That was trash. Twisted Metal was supposed to have a multiplayer. Canceled. They canceled that. And some people say, oh, but Jaffe's last game was trash. Listen, he tried something. It didn't work. Whatever. But still, you can't deny his greatness, if you will. No pun intended. But I have to agree with him because he is the creator of God of War. He's the creator of Kratos. He knows what Kratos is about. Kratos is about anger. He's angry. Even T.C. Carson, he said it when he was voicing the original God of War, the original Kratos, that he was angry. He was on something when he was doing that game, and he channeled that anger and he put it into the performance. And I'm like, cool. And so, look, if we just want to talk about Sons of Sparta and how if that didn't have a God of War name on it, it is still a trash game, quote unquote. Or honestly, it would probably be received better or not even like ridiculed as much as it is, because with the God of War name, there is a certain expectation, a level of quality, if you will. And that has always existed ever since Jaffe's games. I'm trying to think of like the worst God of War game. I think Ascension might be it, right? Now this is it, Sons of Sparta. The fact that PlayStation has the nerve to charge $30 for this trash, engaged looking game Somebody said is a $15 game. I think King said it was they charging $30 for a $15. It ain't even. That's a free game. They don't. They have no right to charge for that thing because it's not worth it. And that's the thing that I don't think PlayStation understands. You could charge for whatever you want to charge for, right? But sales aren't going to come because the quality, the worth is not there. When people see something pretty and dope, like, yo, that's hot, son. You look at Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I paid $40 for that. That was for the Super Edition with all the soundtrack and stuff. I was like, it's no question because A, the IP, B, nostalgia, C, the animation was crazy dope. You never seen Shinobi like that ever again. I would argue that Kratos and God of War is a larger IP than Shinobi, but yet Shinobi is a way better game than Sons of Sparta. Why is that? And they tried, you saw what they tried to do. Oh, this is a passion project. It's yeah, that's what it is. Oh, that's why it's hot trash. That's why it's less than. That's why it doesn't live up to the quality standards of what Kratos and God of War should be. No, you don't get kindergartners to make a cartoon Crayola crayons Kratos and then say, oh, it's because, and then charge $30. Come on, son. What the hell? This is the problem. Y'all see what's happening at PlayStation right now. Hiroki Totoki don't care. He's like, yo, $30, $40. He's like, we're not giving nothing away for free. Everything is charged. Especially since the High Guard kind of failed. They're like, look, we can't even make a game of that caliber. And they didn't charge anything for it, and it still failed. And it's like, well, the problem with High Guard is not that it wasn't high quality. It was just not focused. People were like, what the hell is this? How come it takes 29 minutes to get into a fight? What is going on? Huh? I got a mind? What is this, Minecraft? Forget this game. And people are like, nah. You gotta. I mean, look, video gaming is making video games is difficult as it is, but you have to understand the player. You have to understand your customer. You have to understand what they want to do when they sit down and turn on their computer, turn on their PC, turn on their console, grab a controller. You got to understand what they want to do. You don't say, let's throw all the things that everybody wants to do into one salad. And then people are like, yeah, but I don't like olives. And you got olives in this everything salad, so I don't like it. Oh yeah, you got mustard in there. Shout out to C Money. I'm sorry I used olives and mustard, but anyway, yeah, I don't like mustard in your everything. So I don't like it, so you just eliminate the olive people and mustard people. And then you say, well, I don't like tomatoes. Everybody don't like a whole little element of your salad. Nobody likes it because it has something that everybody doesn't like. Meanwhile, you're trying to concentrate on putting everything that, is successful instead of creating something that is tight, adhesive. Just cohesive is the word I was looking for. But they didn't do that. But anyway, I'm sorry. Tangent back to sons of malnourished Kratos. Man, it was Kratos and Deimos, I think it's his brother's name. I was like, I didn't know Kratos had a brother, but I didn't, I guess the PSP game had him. Whatever. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I hope those remakes are gonna be more, because realize this also. Santa Monica did Sons of Sparta. It wasn't like, oh, let's get this rinky-dink indie a three-person team to make Sons of no. It was Santa Monica. It was Santa Monica. They made it. Like, how many people? Who knows? I don't know. But still, they got that Santa Monica fragrance on it. And right now, the fragrance is seeming to be spoiling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Look, I can't co-sign. I cannot. Look, if once again, shoe on the other foot. If this is an Xbox game, they try to push this out. I would say this: Pentiment looks better than Sons of Sparta. That's hard to say because Pentiment is a specific art style. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's very specific. It's very stylized. Sons of Sparta is just bad. And besides like the art style, I know I've been harping on art style animation, but Jaffe's, going back to Jaffe's problem with, he didn't even like 2018 and Ragnarok, right? And his problem is that that's not Kratos. Kratos is not this, sad dad. Kratos is an angry dude who is so angry he's killing gods. He's like, everybody's dying. I don't care. And like, there's something like people, like inherently human, as we as humans have that anger, right? We have it because it's kind of part of what we are as an animal. Now, some people have control over the lizard brain more than others, and it is a defense mechanism that helps us survive dangerous situations. It turns on, it's the fight or flight. Some people get angry, some people get super, hyped or whatever, but it's still there. A part of it is still there. And so a lot of us can relate to the anger that Kratos had in his situation of the first God of War. And that's why it works, because everybody knows what it is like to be angry. Everyone. Even if you're not an angry person, you've been angry. You felt it. You know what it is, right? And so when Jaffe created Kratos, he created an angry character, and it works. And it's there, and it's like timeless, because anger is like in many stories across history. Anger is there. Anger is a motivator, right? But what they did with Sons of Sparta, this is why, like I said, Jaffe had an issue with it, because he's not angry. He's a boy. He's like Kratos Jr. He's like, nothing has happened yet to cause him to actually be Kratos, the Kratos that we know, the character of Kratos. This dude, this little boy is, I don't know what he is. He may have the name of Kratos, but is he really Kratos? So that was his main problem with Sons of Sparta, in particular, because the quality was also bad. Like the quality in 2018 and Ragnarok, they're there, but his problem again is the character of Kratos. That's not Kratos. Kratos is an angry god killer, not a sad dad. You know what I'm saying? And I understand evolution, the character and stuff like that, but that's not what Kratos is. Kratos should still be angry for what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? To his family, his first family. I don't know how many families he's had, but I'm just saying. So yeah, when you messed up, when the creator of the franchise the IP that you're trying to make a game of, it's like, yeah, this is hot trash garbage. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but then, he probably said some worse words that I won't say, because he's Jaffe. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep it short this time, but I appreciate you answering my like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Sons of Sparta. Don't let me know about driving and doing videos. I know it's dangerous, but I'm not on the highway. I'm on the roads, and it's safer. And I was close. I was close to my destination. So, but I understand. I'll try not to do it. I'm trying to be a little bit more efficient in my video makings, and to try to get some more out to you guys. Also, yeah. Overall, that state of play was, that state of PC. It's pretty much state of PC. I was watching tangent. I was watching I think it was Siggs, He was talking. He was looking over Reforge's video about him watching the state of PC, state of third party, and he was like, look at his face, and every time the PC, it was like PlayStation 5 and PC, and Lona was like, oh. It was hilarious. And this was happening to the ponies and Ducky and the Crush I have, but that's kind of like a different video. So, but I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Till to wait.